North on the approach trail, if you want to call it that, half a mile from the parking lot down there up to the actual TRT. So anyway, here we go. Super stoked. And this forest is just beautiful. So if this is any indication of today, it's going to be a good day. Plan is about 17 and a half miles or so. There's a little bit of a stream up here in a few miles once I get on the TRT. I can maybe fill up. I've got 4 liters on me right now, so I'll probably top that off. And then I've got about a 15-mile stretch with no water. I cached some water yesterday at the area where I'm gonna camp. So that will be the plan. It's about 8:30 or so, getting started, and it's gonna be a great freaking day today. All right, so welcome to day 1 of the TRT. It's been beautiful so far. So yesterday, drove out from Utah through the West Desert, went over Elko, Winnemucca, into Reno, then down to Carson City, and then across over here to Tahoe. It was like 9 hours of driving. Lost an hour, obviously spent an hour around lunchtime or so. Stopped off at Spooner Trailhead, dropped off 9 liters of water, just the cache for whoever. It's a dry stretch through here, so left a comment on the Far Out app, left 9 liters, and then walked up the trail with 2 gallons of water and stashed that near where I will camp tonight. So then came into Tahoe. Kane Brown was in concert last night at the Caesar Resort. It's not Caesar's Palace. Caesar something. Would have been cool to know that if I would have looked. Because I will definitely be putting some miles on it. Wink, wink. Went into the Mellow Mountain Hostel. Great hostel. If any of you are thinking about doing the trail, or PCTers coming up, or folks even in the winter time, I think, coming up to ski. Met a few PCT hikers. Went out and grabbed some dinner at the pizza place that's nearby. Sorry, that sun's probably not great. And then had some ice cream. And slept relatively well. I don't sleep great away from my bed, so even on the trails, not great sleep. But each night gets progressively better. So that was yesterday. Great day. And now we're here actually on the TRT. And there we are. Man, it's beautiful. Such a nice section right here on Kingsbury South. I'm headed towards Kingsbury North. Should be there here within the next hour or so. And yeah, can't complain about anything except that boring drive through Nevada. Nevada's a rough state, guys. If you're from there, I don't mean to offend, but boy, it's rough. Central Utah is pretty rough too, so I can't complain, or I can't try to say that I've got it better. But so anyway, here we are. Let's get to it. Put some more miles in. All right. Well, today's been pretty good so far. Just wanted to talk a little bit about why I chose maybe the route and the direction I did. So I'm going counterclockwise, starting at Kingsbury South. Most people on this trail will go clockwise, from what I understand, and I don't exactly know the reason why. Maybe just as natural to go to the right the way the clock moves versus going to the left, because obviously when you're going in a circle, it really doesn't matter which direction you go. It all ends up being the same. One reason why I decided to go, well, let's start with Kingsbury South, and then go counterclockwise. I wanted to do this eastern side first. I know a lot of people that I've watched have commented on doing the east side last because it's big, longer miles and longer water carries. I've been pretty much carrying 4 liters all day, just based on some of the camping restrictions that are on this side and the lack of streams and water sources. I felt they wanted to do that at the end, because they feel like towards the end of the trail they'll have more of their trail legs under them and that'll be easier. I think I just kind of felt the opposite of that, meaning I'm just been doing a lot of training for this hike. Also, I think I would really like to end the trail with the desolation wilderness in mind versus end the trail with this kind of harder stretch. So that's a little bit of why I started here. And then it's just kind of nice because this gets me into Tahoe City on day 4. If I get up early enough, I can maybe be there by lunchtime. And then I've got a hotel that night, 0 the next day, do some shopping and laundry and just relax, because my day 2 and my day 3 are both essentially, I'm doing 50 miles in those 2 days. So we'll, and then 13 into Tahoe City. So might be a bit of a challenge, but so I think going counterclockwise kind of helps in that regard to put Tahoe City close to kind of halfway for me. I may kind of figure out how to hitch in from Echo Lake or Echo Chalet, or do a little resupply there, or hitch in and get a meal and do a little resupply. So I'm carrying as little as I can, or as little as I need to. So, but we'll figure that out as we get closer. And yeah, it's just been nice today. Probably seen 25, 30 people on trail, a few bikers, a lot of day hikers, and then I think 4 others who are through hiking the TRT, going clockwise, of course. But yeah, so far so good. Enjoying myself. Sometimes it's hard for me to eat hard, consistent food on the trail in the first few days, so we'll see how how 700 calories of liquid is. The verdict, not bad. A little bland in flavor, maybe I added too much water. It'd be great if the water wasn't as hot or warm as mine is. If this was really cold or cool water, it would be pretty good, I think. Really good, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'd definitely give it a thumbs up, maybe even a thumb and a half up. So far, so good. No complaints really. So this might be a good thing for me. Flamin' hot dill pickle. Pretty dang good, actually. All right, lunch over. About 12 miles in, a little dilly-dallying this morning. I think I've got about somewhere between 5 and 6 to go. Up here in 2.5 or so is a rather iconic bench that's just up on this knoll, I guess. It's overlooking the lake, so probably stop there again just for a little bit, get some photos or take some video. There. It's a rather, I guess, a kind of iconic place on the trail on this side. So, but yeah, 5 to 6 more miles to go. Got to get my feet working, my legs working again after that hour-long rest and a little bit of a nap at lunch. Yeah, 5 to 6 miles to camp. Should be pretty close to where I stashed water yesterday. And yeah, man, we'll call it a day once we get there. But for now, let's keep moving down this trail. It's such a beautiful day out here. Whew. All right. Well, the little bench up there was extremely nice. I stopped for 15-20 minutes or so. It was super windy. Closing in here, probably 3.5 or so miles to camp. Should put me pretty close to 18 or so. Checking in. Body's feeling okay. Carrying upwards of 4 liters for most of the day. It was not easy. And my kind of hip flexor area was definitely feeling it. I was feeling pretty miserable from lunchtime up till sitting down at that bench. But sitting down at the bench, and that was all uphill basically. So that's probably part of it. And now I'm kind of downhill the rest of the way. But sitting on the bench was really nice. Felt really good. One of the things I was a little nervous about with going solo is just, mentally, how was I going to be? And I've had a little bit of that wear on me today. I took a picture up at the bench, and that would have been a picture that my son and I would have taken together if he would have been here. We took a picture on every pass together, a little selfie at every pass on the JMT last year. And not that was a pass, but we would have taken a picture together there. So kind of missing him a little. And then with how my body's feeling, which isn't actually that bad, after that little rest there at the bench, I'm a little nervous at 25 and a half miles, at least on Onyx for tomorrow, and 4,030 feet of gain is going to feel like. I'll certainly get started earlier than 8:30, but it's a big day, followed by a day just as big. So no, tomorrow's the shorter day, 24 and a half, but a bigger elevation day at a little over 4,000 feet. So a few more miles here, and I will be at camp. We'll see y'all then. So today, 19 and a half is what my watch said. Onyx had me at 17 and a half. So I don't know which one's right, but 19 and a half from a Garmin, 3,200 feet in elevation. Onyx told me 2,500 feet. That may not be a great sign moving forward, but we'll see. It was a nice day. My body's feeling a little cooked right now. Get some food. 7 p.m. right now. I should be in bed here in an hour or so. It'll be an early day. I'm trying to get past Mount Rose campground, which on far out is just a little over 24 miles, 25 miles. A couple big climbs, but thank goodness I don't have to carry as much water. So Marlette campground has a pump and a spring. That's 10 and a half miles from here. I think I can do that with 2 liters early in the morning, because I'll be getting a much earlier start. And then the next water source is a spring pretty close to Mount Rose, which is another 10 or so. And then that whole area has got quite a bit of water. So I should be pretty set on water for tomorrow. And I'm just going to finish my dinner here. Let me get to bed. It's a good day today. And we'll see you all tomorrow.